Welcome back to the channel. I know it feels like it's been weeks, at least it has for me. I know it's been, since the weekend when we covered a few different stocks. So today we're going to cover a few different stocks. We're going to talk about profits because the OTC is heating up. We've talked about it for a while. We said, hey, volume's coming back. We've had a few big runners. We had crazy runners today. So we're going to cover some of those and, what to look out for, plus some forward looking. We're going to cover some that we've covered in the past. So a lot to talk about today. But, first, just wanted to make sure subscribe to the channel, like the video, shoot me a comment, anything you're looking at. Let's have some fun. Got my my Kona Gold special here. I bought the stock, it went down on me, so the least I can do is just slam a bunch of these energy drinks, right? But without further ado, let's get right into it. All right. So before we get into it, I just had to put on Captain Hair for you guys. We've just been killing it, as far as the swings. If you follow me on Twitter, the intraday action, that's what we are here for, is to make money. We're not here to lose it. So if you're losing money, go back and start watching the how-to videos, how to trade better. You need to become a better trader. But if you're killing it, congrats. That's what we're supposed to do, is make that money. So first thing we're going to cover today is the current market in OTC land. So we've been humming around 2.5 billion for a little over a week now, which is great. Dollar volume starting to peak up, so that's always a plus. People are getting excited again. Confidence is coming back. These are all very positive things. So the first one we're going to talk about today is CMGR, Clubhouse Media Group. So this stock hit like dollars back in the day. Literally hit like $6 or $7 on a much smaller float. But they had some dilution, this and that and so forth. But this thing just absolutely shredded today. I think at one point, let me pull up the chart here. It went up to went up to 2 cents from like 0.002 or 0.003, like 600%. It had some profit taken, came back down, settled around a penny. But the news they had was huge. So, Clubhouse Media Group Inc. closes promo deal with Rob Gronkowski, 4-time Super Bowl champion. So that's very exciting. Anytime you get something like that in OTC, it's going to run. If anything's related to like football player, Tom Brady, Gronk, Elon, whatever it is, it's going to fly. And especially with having such a small float and at bottom, this thing just shredded. So I got to give a shout out to Tweetvestor, the Nolies. This guy's been covering it for a while. So, big props to him. I'm sure that he'll be eating good tonight. But, stocks like this, if they put out news, the thing I like to talk about is if a stock has news, it's generally a good trade for the day. So if they have an active Twitter and they have a lot in the pipeline, those are ones I like to swing a little bit longer. So when you have a stock that's, it gets traded, so it's just something you want to trade. If you want to try and long this thing, go for it. But I would wait for it to consolidate a little bit more. But yeah, that's just cool to see. Unfortunately, I didn't even play it. I didn't even know what was going on. I was trying to take a nice relaxing day, had, a couple runners, and then I hear this thing's up 300%. I look, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And then I look, it's like 500%. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So OTC is coming back. That's what we want. So the next one we're going to talk about is GEGI. I've covered on the video previously. So, I just wanted to show you guys the chart. So, just basically here, third day we have spinning top. Volume looks like it might be tapering off, but it's still pretty good. 200 million volume on any type of 000 stock is pretty good. But getting into it, they actually, let's see, Electronics Group announces Kevin Demoa as strategic advisor to the board. So this guy has, he's logistics management at SpaceX, integration project manager at Northrop Grumman. He's got a huge background. So if you get a chance, go through and read this. I'm not going to keep you here wasting all your time reading to you like, what's a nighttime story. But this guy they just added is huge, and they added a bunch of shares. Well, about, it was like 89 million to restricted. So that means it could be the first acquisition. It could be, maybe a consultant, could be his salary. But this company seems like they're just getting started. Now they do need to go pink. So it's still pink yield. But, the market cap's still small. Float is still good. It's around 1 billion. So this thing could really go. So, accumulate, as we talk about, if you want to trim profits, whatever you want to do, whatever works best for you. But this thing could really grow in the future. Good management, good share structure. If they start adding acquisitions, it is a penny magnet. So, definitely keep an eye on GEGI. I'm not saying go out and buy it tomorrow, but look for a good entry, and so forth. And then the next one I want to talk about, I didn't even know what was happening today with this stock. I mean, that's why I say that OTC is coming back, because this thing just started running. I had no idea. People were like, oh, wow, SHOM is flying. I'm like, what are you talking about? What is that? I know. So I grabbed some. Well, I don't even remember where I grabbed it, but I started just buying it every tick up. I was like, wow, I'm going to add a little bit more, a little bit more. So this company is SHOM. They deal with like medical, they deal with supplies. They deal with, I think, like telehealth. I don't even know. I haven't done that much CT on it. It's just bizarre that it just ran so hard. So, it came right off here at the 50 MA, and it just blasted through the 200. So the 200 should provide new support. And it went all the way. It almost closed high of the day. Barely a little wick here. But, accumulation rock solid. So they tweeted at the end of the day, good afternoon, SHOM shareholders. We're excited to share our journey getting started. We're working on 4 different developmental projects with a key focus on asset building. More details early next week. So I never want to suggest to grab some, when it's ran 100 and, what is it, 160%, 150%, whatever it is. But this kind of reminds me of GEGI. So, a low 00 with a good share structure, 1 billion. It's the same exact thing, basically. We come look security details, held at DTC, market cap still small. So this thing might pull a GEGI. It might run 100% tomorrow. So I don't know what kind of developmental projects they have in the works, but if they're trying to build assets, they have no dilution. This could just go. So keep an eye on that one. If there's a pullback ad, it might just fly in the morning, because that happened after hours that they said news early next week. So, being that tomorrow, we have Thursday, Friday, a couple days left, this thing could climb. So definitely keep an eye on that one. Like I said, I'm going to do more DD on it, but the fact that it's 1 bill, share structure, they don't have any dilution, and they have 4 projects coming, sold. I love it. Let's do it. So next one is DVLP. We've covered this in a past video when we traded it from 0.3 or 0.03 up through 0.06. And they've been a little bit slower, and they did have some dilution. So, they've been saying, we're working on it with the first 2 companies. We're working on the first 2 companies. So today they said first acquisition docs and closing contingencies in full swing. Will have a date soon. Second close behind. So, same thing. This ran 100%. So not often in the OTC lately have you seen a stock just say, yeah, acquisition news is coming, and it just blasts over 100%. So I knew a few people that were loading the bottom on this on 002, so very happy for them. With Cold Hard Cash, ARC Stock Trader, all those guys. So, happy for you guys. Unfortunately, I missed it this time, but I'll definitely be looking at it going forward. So looking at their chart, let's pull this up. So as you can see, it was tapering down, and then, accumulation starting to rise a little bit, MACD cross, but it just blasted through, the recent MAs, and it wicked down, and it closed right below the 200 MA. So if I were to add, I'm probably going to be looking at mid to high 30s. So that'll probably consolidate in this range for a little bit until that first set of news hits, or if they say, hey, it's going to be this date, because remember, that's the key thing, is the date. So they said the date is coming soon. So if they say we are closing the date on, let's say it's July 10th, then, it'll climb into that date. So definitely keep an eye on that one. That could be a really good trade, especially with their share structure. And then the last one I'm going to cover today that I've covered, you're probably tired of me hearing it, is HIRU. So I absolutely love this stock. I've loved it since 0016, 0017. We covered it in one of our original videos down here. I said, look, this stock, it got beaten down because a bunch of insiders sold a bunch of shares. And, the way it channeled previous to that was, 005, 007. So this thing will go. It'll be accumulated, and it might not run overnight, but the company is awesome. So today, they basically said, with Zepter, they had a great meeting with Hiru, and then Zepter International has agreed to a water deal at 5 hotels and multiple offices, multiple countries, working out the deal. So because everybody was so busy with all the other runners today, they completely missed it. or yesterday. So, and then they said, hey, we're going to have a deal with, a former NBA player. So then great meeting with, Vlad Divic to join the Hyrule team as an ambassador and also do water co-packing business in his home country of Serbia. So not only do they have a deal with Walmart July 6th, to meet with them for contracts. And like I said, if they're actually going to bottle for Walmart is just legendary. But now they're working with ambassadors. Now they're going countryside, then, they're going to probably be going all over the world. So the fact that this company can really grow into something special is what I love about it. No current dilution. They're very active, good share structure, 1 billion, a little bit over 1.2. So this is definitely one of my top 3 stocks that I just love to hold at least some, a lot of, more of, long, what have you. So I just wanted to share that. I know I've covered Hyrule a lot and people are probably tired of me talking about them, but don't forget, meeting with Walmart July 6th. So just to recap, OTC volume's coming back, baby, let's go. And then CMGR, just like TXTM ran last week, 1,000%, CMGR ran 600% today. So it's bringing confidence back. People are coming back. They're saying, yes, let's do this. And then, we covered GEGI. This one is going to grow in the future. So we just need the company to come alive. We need them to get pink current again. The chart cool off a little bit. But if volume keeps up, this thing could just keep going. I mean, this is some solid volume days. So, keep an eye on that one. And then, we talked about SHOM. I don't even know what's happening with this. I mean, it's just awesome because I was buying it and it's just going up. It's not often you're just slapping stocks and they're just running. But then they tweeted after hours 4 projects. So I love it. I love the OTC. DVLP, same thing. Consolidate. Soak, start accumulating that bottom. And then when that second acquisition hits, and somebody actually posted on Twitter, I think both acquisitions combined will be over $20 million. So I'll have to dig more deep into that. But, then Hyrule, my baby. So, I hope you guys liked the video today. Like I said, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you're looking at. I have a couple how-to videos going to be coming out over the weekend. But I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.